What's up, everybody? Welcome to some Grisly Seance. As far as our opening hand goes, yeah, I like this. We're going to keep on this one. We have Birds of Paradise, Satyr as another way to kind of start putting some cards into the bin, and then Communion with the Gods is a little bit of a way to kind of dig deeper to find that Seance. Yes, find a seat at the table with Seance. I like it. And then also a little bit of value with Siege Rhino, so sounds good. Okay, let's go ahead and shock the Temple Garden down. Going to pay 2. Let's go and get down the Birds of Paradise, and then go and pass it over to our opponent. So, if you did not see the deck tech, this is a Seance deck. What are we doing with Seance? We are getting creatures into the graveyard, and we're using Seance to bring them back out. Now, Seance will bring them out of the graveyard, but they're going to come back as a token copy. It looks like we're playing against Dredge, so this would be a pretty interesting matchup. Let's go and go for Satyr. We're going to go for Communion with the Gods. That's going to be 5 cards we're going to be able to look at. Yeah, let's go and get the Catacombs down. We already have God in the Shrine in the hand. Let's go and crack the Catacombs. Let's go and grab the Overgrown Tomb. I think that sounds good. Put it in play tap. Not going to pay 2. Let's go with Commune with the Gods. It's going to be green. And then Lot Troll and Siege Rhino. Let's go ahead and probably going to grab that Lot Troll. I think I like that. All right. Pass it back over to our opponent. Now, unfortunately, we did not hit a Seance off that Communion with the Gods, so hopefully we kind of draw into it. We did hit Lot Troll, which is going to allow us to at least kind of chunk the Siege Rhino into the graveyard if we don't want to cast it. Outside of that, what we can do is simply just hard cast Siege Rhino if we need to, kind of get a little bit of like that Lightning Helix going if we want to. And our opponent is going to get down an Insolent Neonate, crack and draw a card. They don't really... it's been a while since I played against Dredge, so... The Boogeyman, live in the flesh, get that blood gas down. Now, we do have the Hell Malian, but it's not really going to do much in this particular matchup. But at least we, drawing the Seance. Okay. Now, let's see what we can do about this. Let's go ahead and shock in the Godless Shrine. This will be fun. Let's go for Seance. We're going to be able to at least kind of bring out that Siege Rhino, and then we can kind of start milling out from there. One of the things that we do need to is we have Druid's Deliverance. If we can hit Eternal Witness off the Druid's Deliverance, then we'll definitely be in business. Okay. So let's go ahead and... yeah, we're going to go and animate that Siege Rhino. I'm okay with that during our opponent's turn. Got Graveyard versus Graveyard. I'm loving it. And the thing with Seance is, man, this deck's fun. I've really enjoyed my time playing this deck, but there's just some times where... I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's an interesting deck to play. It's like if you took it to Friday Night Magic, you would have an absolute blast with it if you got it online. And it's one of those things where I was like playtesting for it, and I had all these awesome interactions where I had a lot of cool things happening, but now I'm going to record, and, okay, the deck's real shy. I don't know what's going on. We had a lot of fun with it in the past, so... long story short, if I post some of these videos and have a couple losses, don't be deterred by that. It's still a fun deck to play, especially if you're a graveyard person. Alright, so Siege Rhino's going to hold back the Blood Gas and the Prized Amalgam. Alright, drawing the Trostani Summoner. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the Misty down. So we go for Lot Troll. That's going to give us a regeneration of dumping these creatures in the bin. We can stop them from swinging across. I think I like that. Let's go ahead, and then we have to do it now before we go to our opponent's upkeep. So let's go and get rid of the Trostani Summoner. Let's go and get rid of Siege Rhino. Let's go and get rid of the Satyr Wayfinder. And then anything else. Now we're going to go and pass the turn over to our opponent. So we are sitting at a 5/4 Lot Troll. We do have Godless Shrine, and we can go for that activation to kind of stop them to give that regeneration. Alright, opponent's going to scoop it up. We did get down the Trostani Summoner during our upkeep, so I guess they've seen enough on that. Now here's the thing, playing Graveyard on Graveyard. And we ain't got no graveyard hating here. Let's see. I hate that our opponent scooped. That would have been fun to kind of get some stuff going. It wasn't technically over yet, but hey, I'll take it with the run that we've had with this deck so far. Now, as far as what we want to bring in, I'm thinking definitely want to bring in Damnation and kind of go for a little reset. We could bring in Ashen Rider if we want to start blasting some of their lands, but they have Life from the Loam. It's really not going to be that good. Do we want to bring in Thragtusk? We could bring in 2 copies of Thragtusk to kind of get around the... a lot of the primarily black creatures in our opponent's deck. I do like the Chaos Maw in here. And then, yeah, let's go and back off the Elephant. Well, we can actually use the Elephant as a way to blast our lands if we need like a good Crater Hoof swing in. Because that's pretty much going to be our main point of attack is going to be Crater Hoof. And I like Druid's Deliverance on this one if they're swinging in. Grapple the Pass. Let's just back off 1 Grisly Salvage. I like Commune with the Gods digging. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay, let's go and submit this over to game 2. Okay, welcome back to game 2. As far as your opening hand goes, yeah, this is pretty slow against Dredge. I'm not too wild, so let's go ahead and mulligan on this one. Siege Rhino, Hornet Queen, Damnation, and then 1 land. We don't really have a discard outlet. We might be able to hit Lotlet Troll off of this. Do we want to scoop on this one? I mean, not scoop. Do we want to mulligan? Yeah, let's go. Man, I'm just not super wild about it. If we don't hit that second lane, we don't really go anywhere. Triple Birds of Paradise, okay. Don't really go past 5 or triple Birds of Paradise. We'll keep on this one. Plains, let's go and put that on the bottom. But yeah, so if you didn't really understand why our opponent scooped really quick, we did have Trostani's Summoner in the bin, and with Trostani's Summoner, whenever it enters the battlefield, we're going to get a bunch of tokens, so I'll kind of explain some of those tokens. Let's go and get the Windswept Heat down. Let's go and crack and grab a Temple Garden. Then we can get down Birds of Paradise. Let's go and shock that one in. And then we're going to go and pass the turn. Yeah, so when Trostani's Summoner enters the battlefield, we're going to get like a 2/2 white knight token with Vigilance, and then we get a 3/3 token, which is some sort of animal, I can't remember. And then we also get a 4/4 token that's some sort of animal too, I can't remember. Long story short, we get 3 tokens, and so I guess our opponent wanted to kind of scoop it up on that one. Who knows? I don't know. A graveyard versus graveyard, it's always fun. Ooh, and our opponent does get down a Dark Blast. Alright, it's not going to be a lot of fun with our Birds of Paradise. Now, do we want to keep rolling out the Birds of Paradise so then keep dredging off of that? It's going to keep them on Dark Blast? I think we can kind of go for that. Yeah, if we go over Birds of Paradise, they keep dredging Dark Blast, keep spinning that mana. That's going to be stuff that they're not doing. Let's go and get the Catacombs down. And then we're going to go and pass the turn. Yeah, so at this point right now, we have Eternal Witness in the hand. One of the ways that we can win with the deck is through reanimating Eternal Witness out of the graveyard with Seance. So it's going to make a copy of it. That copy of Eternal Witness hits the graveyard, hits the battlefield. Then you get to bring Druid's Deliverance back out of your graveyard. And you can basically just keep making copies of Eternal Witness and keep fogging your opponent out. A lot of fun. Not for our opponent, but a lot of fun for us. Let's go to grab that Godless Shrine. That will be online for double white. Not going to pay 2 on this one. Nope. And we draw into Commune with the Gods. Exactly what we wanted. Let's go and cast it right now. And then we do hit... Okay, we have no way to cast Chaos Maw, so we definitely want Chaos Maw in the bin. I guess we'll just go and grab Lotlet Troll. Yeah, I think that's good. We'll grab Lotlet Troll. Let's go and get the swamp down, and then we're going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. So they have not hit anything like Life from the Loam at this point right now, so they're not going to be able to get the graveyards going. But as far as that mill goes, whew, we got 3 prized amalgams sitting over there. They're ready to get some stuff going, and that blood gas is going to make it ready too. So we definitely have ourselves a clock. We may have to go over to game 3, but hey, at least we kind of gave it a shot on this one. Oh, look at all those prized amalgams coming back. And we draw into Trostani's Summoner. Okay, let's go and get the Lotlet Troll down. That's going to be black, green, and black. And that's going to allow us to kind of dump a few more cards, and we can still go for a block off Lotlet Troll and take care of one of the prized amalgams. Not going to be the best. We're going to give it a shot, though. If we can somehow find Seance and hit our 4th lane drop, which is going to be a little bit of kind of hard, let's go and discard a couple cards. Discard the Trostani's Summoner. There we go. Get out of here, Dark Blast. Stays at a 2/1, and that counter will make it a nice 3/2. Okay. But yeah, so if we can somehow find a 4th land and Seance, we do have Trostani's Summoner again to kind of hold back the zombie horde. We're going to try our best for that, but not really looking too good at this point right now with Dredge swinging across. Alright, they're going to be coming in. We'll go and chump block on one of the prized amalgams. Let's go and do that regeneration clause on Lotlet Troll. It's going to put us down to 8, and then we do have regeneration. Now, they did have the Dark Blast in their hand, so good thing Lotlet Troll's at a 3/2 right now. It's not really going to do much. Now, one of the fun things that you can do with Dark Blast is, during your upkeep, you can target a creature. It hits the bin. You know, this is if we're playing from the Dredge perspective. If you have Dark Blast in your hand, during your upkeep, you can Dark Blast a creature. 2 damage for 3. 1 damage to the blood gas, and then 1 to that, so they can bring it back. Do we want to chunk a Birds of Paradise? So they're going to be swinging in for 9 next turn. I guess I think I kind of do like holding on to Birds of Paradise. Are not going to do much on this one. That's going to make it a 4/3, 2 damage. Yeah, we can survive that. long story short, you can Dark Blast a creature during your upkeep if you're playing Dredge, or if you're playing with Dark Blast. It hits the bin, and then you can dredge it for your draw for that turn. That way you can dredge your library a little bit, and you can also get rid of a creature if it has at least 2 toughness. So a little bit of a quick hit or a note from a graveyard player who's played with Dark Blast before. It's always fun to go for that. It's like upkeep, Dark Blast, dredge. Oh, it just feels really good. Okay, at this point right now, we don't even have enough mana to go for Eternal Witness on Druid's Deliverance. We don't even have it in the bin, so let's go and scoop this one up to game 3. The prized amalgams, they got out there pretty quick. They were pretty ferocious. Anything else we want to bring in? We don't really have any sort of mass board wipes in here. I think I like leaving it the way it is. It sounds pretty good. Yeah, Shriek Maw's pretty dead in this matchup, and Sundering Titan, once we get Sundering Titan online, it's just not going to do much. So let's go and submit this over to game 3. Okay, welcome back to game 3. As far as opening hand goes, we got Temple Garden. We have Birds of Paradise, and we're online for Grisly Salvage, but if we don't hit our... Yeah, I'm not super wild about this opening hand. If they have Dark Blast on Birds of Paradise, then we're pretty toast as far as getting anything done with Grisly Salvage. Yeah, let's go and mulligan. Okay, that's not too bad. Commune with the Gods, Eternal Witness. Yeah, I like this hand a lot, actually. It's not too bad. We'll go and keep on this one. See what the scry is. Misty Rainforest. Let's go and put that on the... Well, it'll be our 4th land drop for Commune with the Gods. Yeah, let's go and put that on top. I'm okay with that. Let's go ahead and lead off with the Overgrown Tomb. Put it in the play tab. Not going to pay 2. And then we're going to go and pass the turn. So, hopefully we get lucky with Commune of the Gods. We can find that Seance, kind of get some good stuff going. We do have a discard outlet in Lot Troll. And then we also have the potential Druid's Deliverance lock on our opponent with Eternal Witness. So we just kind of need some of the buddy cards to kind of get over here. Let us have some fun. But yeah, as far as this deck goes, and you know, this is not, it's not tier 1. It may come to a surprise as you've seen some of these videos. It's not tier 1, but it's still... You know, I like to play decks that are a lot of fun to play, that have a lot of interactions. Ooh. Alright. Those hit the bin, and then we're going to go and pass the turn. So, we do have Eternal Witness on Commune with the Gods if we want to go for that. Yeah, we'll see what we want to go for. We need to get some stuff moving, so we'll probably end up going for that next turn if we want to outrace Dredge. But yeah, so you know, this is definitely not a tier 1 deck, 100%, but it's still fun. You know, if you're a graveyard person, and you want to play a cool deck for Friday Night Magic, hey, go for it. A lot of fun. And you can also just kind of change... Oh, there we go. Hit Seance. You can kind of change around the creatures that you want to, too. Okay. So we do kind of get some good stuff going. So if we go for the Swamp, we can go for Commune with the Gods, and the next turn we'll be able to get down Seance. We don't really have a lot with Lot Troll. Let's go ahead and get down the... Yeah, let's do it. Let's get down the Misty. Let's go for Lot Troll. It's going to be black and green. And we're just looking at a prized amalgam at this point right now. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Let's go and pass it over to our opponent. So we did hit Seance. That's pretty good. Now, at this point right now, we have to figure out what we want to go for. We're probably going to go for Seance next turn, just in case we get some sort of random discard hate from our opponent. Hate to lose Seance to that. So we're probably going to go ahead and jam Seance. The only thing is we just don't have a lot of creatures going on in the graveyard right now. Let's go and see what they've got going on. Bloodghast, and a prized amalgam. So as far as creatures going, actually they just hit another prized amalgam off that. So we do need to get down Seance. Let's go and crack the Misty. Make sure we get out of a secondary white source. Let's go and grab that Temple Garden. Not going to pay 2. Get the prized amalgam coming back at the end of the turn. Alright, that's not too bad. We can make that work. Oh, we can also discard the Elefante. Kind of blast some of our opponent's lands if we want to. I think so. Let's go and get these Swamp down. Let's go for Seance. It's going to be white. Or if we wanted to get creative, we can simply just blast our lands and get a bunch of creatures on the battlefield. And we might end up doing that. That'll be a pretty good little board state for us. Okay, let's go and pass the turn to our opponent. In fact, let's go and discard the... yeah, let's go and discard it. Let's go and get rid of the elephant. Goes into the bin. And I think I like holding on to Eternal Witness in case we want to grab Commune with the Gods or something like that. Now here's the deal. Do we go for the elephant blasting our opponent's lands and getting a land down for us? It's really just going to accelerate their clock if we end up doing that. Now if we blast our lands and we don't hit a land, then we're kind of stuck on Eternal Witness. Yeah, let's go and go for it. We need to get some stuff going. I'm going to blast that and then leave up the... grab that Temple Garden, run out. Yeah, we're going to go for it. We need to get some bodies on the battlefield. That way, if we do somehow mill into a Crater Hoof, we can get a trample damage win. You know, this is not the best play you want to go for the deck, but the This deck wants bodies on the battlefield, and that way you can get down a Crater Hoof and get that trample damage coming across, especially if our opponent's not expecting that. So that's something that you want to try and get basically as many creatures as you can as quickly as possible. And we're also going to be able to kind of stop them swinging across. If we wanted to dump the Eternal Witness on Lot Troll to kind of get a little bit of extra, we can go for that. But yeah, one of the main reasons, kind of depending on what you're playing against, you know, any sort of match where you want to go for the elephant blasting your opponent's land, you can follow it up with the Chaos Maw to kind of clear those elephant tokens out. But there's also going to be some times where, you know, we're playing against a Life from the Loam deck, so lands are going to come pretty cheap for our opponent. So it's kind of one of those things where you don't really want to do that. But you can use Druid's Deliverance to make a copy of Elephant and get a lot more tokens too. But I'm okay with what we've got going on now. Let's see what we draw into. And if we want to, we can go for Eternal Witness on bringing a land back to the hand if we need it that bad. Do we want to go ahead and go for that now? We're never going to be able to cast it. Yeah, let's go and discard a card. Get rid of Eternal Witness. Bye-bye, Lot Troll. And do we want to bring back... So if you go for Eternal Witness on a land, yeah, let's just go and hold off right now. See if we can't kind of, not going to use that ability. Drawn to Damnation, okay. And I guess we're just going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. Yeah, I was hoping that maybe potentially we could have hit some, like one of our graveyard enablers, like Grisly Salvage or something like that. Let's go ahead and choose Lot Troll. And the good thing with Seance is that it's a May ability, so you can use it if you want to. Not going to use that. But yeah, so, you know, as far as going for the elephant line of play, that may seem kind of drastic. We are playing against Dredge, and if we're going to play to our outs, this is one of our best ways to kind of play to our outs. I know we're kind of in a weird spot now, but hey, it is what it is. So hopefully, if we hit a land sometime, we can go for the Eternal Witness line of play. If we can get that Druid's Deliverance lock, that'll be perfect against Dredge. And if they want to kind of push in on this one, we can slowly start letting those prize amalgams start swinging in for 3s, for 6. We were looking at about 6-12. We got about a 2-turn clock with that going. Ooh, Bajuka Bog. Okay. Didn't really hit anything too bad. We do miss out on the Eternal Witness. So see if they want to swing in or not. Alright, we got the whole crew swinging in. We're going to go and block on the Blood Gas on the Blood Gas. That's going to be 7 coming across. Okay. Dark Blast on one of the elephants. It's going to take care of one of the elephants. And they'll see what we draw into. Draw into a forest. Let's go and get the forest down, and then we're going to go and pass the turn. So, if we do run into Grisly Salvage or Commune with the Gods, that's going to be definitely good for us to kind of start fueling our graveyard back up. And they're just sitting at this point right now. Well, actually, excuse me, we are at 9. So if they make any sort of land drop, those Blood Gas will have haste off landfall. So we'll see what they're going to show for it. Alright, Life from the Loam. And our opponent did, yeah, since they did dredge that Bajuka Bog, they can kind of keep going for that. See if they want to swing in or not. Okay, so they're going to go for Conflagrate for 3 across the elephants. And that's going to be exactly... That's going to be lethal right there. Hey, that happens. You know, we're playing a sub-tier graveyard deck versus a tier graveyard deck. So that's going to happen. But we did take game 1. So if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.